Hey YouTube, what's up? This is Boba7772, and today I'm doing my Halo Escalation comic book review of issues 13, 14, 15, and 16. So without further ado, let's get started. Now the reason I'm grouping them together is because this is one story arc. This is like part 2 to the Jannus Key thing, and I hadn't been reviewing each single issue because I think that it'd be much better to review them as one. So pretty much this is just the second part of the Jannus Key arc, and what happens in it is I'll give a slight overview of the plot and some of the important things, I think, some of the notable things in these. So issue 13 starts out pretty much with the UNSC fighting on this planet. Thorn and Palmer are on the ground. They go, and Palmer does something reckless, almost gets her and Thorn killed, and then it has to do with the warthog. It was a cool action scene, but it wasn't reasonable or logical for her to do it, I guess. And then they pretty much, I guess, won the battle on the ground. So they went back to the ship, tried to jump into hyperspace, and they were like pulled out of hyperspace. I'm not sure if it was at the exact same place or if it was at the a different place. So they tried to jump again, and they went in and then went out immediately. So they're like, okay, we're not doing this again, otherwise our ship could get pulled apart. So we learned that Joel and Halsey are actually behind this because they were trying to get the second part of the Jannus Key. So what happens is they Dr. Glassman wants to go down to the planet to do research, and Palmer's like, yeah, I'll escort him. You know, they think that they should go down to the planet because if they do, they might figure out a way for them to get the ship going and leave. So they go down, and they are like, hey, look, there's a Forerunner artifact thing. We need to bring the Jannus Key down because it looks like the Jannus Key goes with it. And Palmer's like, do it. But this is obviously a trap by Joel and Halsey. Now, Joel and his elites don't like this because they don't like mimicking what they consider religious artifacts, which pretty much they made this fake case that looked like the Jannus Key could go in so that they could get the Jannus Key down. And Halsey's like, shut up, Joel, we got this. So Joel is like keeping her in a strict leash, isn't letting her do anything. And then on the way down, the ship gets shot down by Covenant, and Joel's like, wait, they aren't supposed to know we're here. Why? Who shot them down? Whoever shot them down, I want their head. Like, Joel is really mad, and Halsey's like, what the heck? The Jannus Key could be hurt, or could have been harmed. We don't know what's wrong. They don't know what's going on. They don't know if the Jannus Key's all right or anything. Turns out it's this other faction group led by this thing Healy calls Sully Dion or something like that. So pretty much what happens there is they get half of the Jannus Key, and then there pretty much is a huge fight between the Spartans and the UNSC and the Covenant, or Joel's faction of Covenant, and also Celine's faction of Covenant. So they pretty much go at it, and there's a blue Halo 3 like default armor elite who's with Sully, and he is like, you know what, no. And he doesn't like that they betrayed him, so he goes back to Joel. He's like, I'm bringing you the Jannus Key. And Palmer and Thorn and Ray see that he's bringing him the Jannus Key, and they also learn that Halsey is here. And then Thorn and Ray are like, we need to get out of here. And Palmer's like, no, this is our chance to take out Halsey. So the elite has a key. Halsey and some elites come and get the key, come to get it, and then sorry, I just, like, my mind froze. Halsey was like, yo, what we need to do is pretty much or no, I'm sorry, I don't even know what I'm saying. Palmer's like, okay, we need Thorn and Ray, I need you two to take care of the Phantom. I'm gonna go after Halsey. So the two elites escorting Halsey, they're both in like this red armor. They kill the blue elite who gave him the Jannus Key because he was a traitor, and then one of them gets killed, and the other one brings Halsey into the woods to try to get her and the Jannus Key to safety because they're both top priority right now. However, that doesn't go over well because Palmer catches up and kills the elite, so now it's Palmer versus Halsey. And it's you know, you're like, oh no, now Halsey can't get away, and like, I was scared that they were gonna kill off Halsey here. I was like, oh, please don't. Well, Palmer is like, come on, Halsey, I'm taking you prisoner. Which I thought was odd because she wanted to, sorry, the comics keep blowing in the wind. Which I thought was odd because she's been wanting to kill her for so long. Why the sudden change of heart? So what they do is, Halsey pretty much goes at it with Palmer. They both have, I guess, good arguments. Pretty much, Palmer's like, you soiled this armor, Halsey. And Halsey's like, I'm the only reason that armor exists. They're using me as a scapegoat, Palmer, and you're one of, or they were using me as a scapegoat, and you, Palmer, are now one of Oni's scapegoats. And Palmer's like, I don't work for Oni, I work for the UNSC. And then Halsey's like, log it on, noob, and runs away. And Palmer's like, and runs after Halsey. And she sees this thing on the front here. I completely forgot what that's called, but it was in Spartan Ops and everything too. That breaks a huge hole in the ground. Palmer falls in. And then you go to the next scene, and Lasky is talking to Palmer in the ship. He's like, Thorn and Ray are pretty mad at you because, like, honestly, what she did was really reckless and it's really stupid. And Palmer's like, yeah, but I almost had her. And like, really, Palmer? So hopefully this will kind of die down her beef with Halsey a little bit. But it might have just escalated it. Get it? Escalation. But yeah, so Thorn and Ray are kind of upset at Palmer, and now Halsey and Joel have both pieces of the Jannus Key, and they are going to the absolute record. That was like one of the best parts here. I'll show you that page, but for the most part, you guys should get these and read it yourself because they're really good. There it is, our destiny. Hang on. That is Halsey and Joel, and it says, which means she's reunited the two halves. This is Palmer talking. And if she and Joel sacrifice that much to make it happen, we've got to assume the worst about what that key actually unlocks. And Halsey goes, there it is, our destination, the absolute record. Well, as a huge Halo lore fan, and I'm sure that quite a few of you guys are too, probably not all of you to the extent of knowing what the absolute record is, but quite a few of you probably know. So the absolute record is like this thing that was thought to have been, and I may have gotten this completely wrong, so if I just completely butcher this, tell me in the comments, because I haven't read the Forerunner trilogy in like a couple years now, but the absolute record is pretty much this place that was thought to have been destroyed with the Halo arrays, or when the Halo arrays fired by the Born Stellar didact years ago, and it holds all this Forerunner information. So now they're going to it, and this is setting up for their issues 17 and 18 are going to be about this new Spartan, and her name is Tanika. Looks like she's going to be a big player in Halo 5 Guardians as well. She's gonna get issue 17 and 18, but issue 19 again, we're starting the Jannus Key story arc part 3. So we have Spartan Ops for the part 1, these 4 comics for part 2, and then the next ones for part 3. And I'm so excited for that. Can't wait to actually see the absolute record. Can't wait to see what happens with Halsey, Joel, Palmer, Thorn, Ray. I hope that they all survive because I love all of those characters to death. Sully is actually still alive too. Joel took him captive and is like, yo, I have worse plans for you. So I don't know if we're ever gonna see him again. He might be in Halo 5, I don't know. But this story arc was awesome and one of the must-reads of, well, actually, I've loved all the comics so far, but this one is like one of my favorites and one of the must-reads. And also, these, out of this story arc right here, this one of these 4 issues is one of my favorite covers of all of Halo Escalation. I'll show you all the covers. You guys can take a guess which one's my favorite. So there is this one with the, I can't even remember what that's called. I feel like such a noob. So that was issue 16. Here is issue 15 with the Mantis firing upon the Jackals. It looks really cool. Here is issue 14 with Joel and some elites behind him. Totally, just totally awesome. And then here's issue 13 with Palmer fighting at some Promethean crawlers. I almost said knights for some reason. But yeah, so out of those, out of all of Escalation, actually, my favorite cover is issue 14, the one with Joel here. I love the colors of the energy sword and the glowing thing on his helmet. I love the blue on his armor. I love all that's going on in this, and I love all of these covers. Like, they are all absolutely wonderful. But issue 14 is my favorite cover of all of these. A lot of people like to hate on the art. Honestly, does not bug me so much. It really doesn't. I don't see too much wrong with the art. Like, there are some things that I can nitpick, but that's really all the art is to me, just nitpicking. And I get that it's important to some people that they have to get the art perfect in their mind, but for me, I really don't mind the art. And on the covers of these, I don't think anybody can deny that, at least with most of the covers. The covers are just beautifully done and really good. But yeah, I have probably rambled too much about this, you know, the summary. So, my thoughts on this is that it was just overall a really good story arc. It really fleshed out Joel's character even more than it already was. He got like a couple of books from the Kilo 5 trilogy to flesh him out. He got, what was it? Halo 4 to flesh him out a little bit in Spartan Ops, and he was like in one little part of the campaign. He's just such an awesome character, and I really hope he doesn't die. I really want to see more of Joel because he is so cool. Have his action figure pre-ordered too. Speaking of action figures I've pre-ordered, Palmer. I get why some people hate her, but I don't. I think that I really like her character, and I really like what they're doing with Palmer. I can't wait to see what else they have planned with her for, in Halo 5 Guardians, in the next comic issues, because I'm sure that she's going to survive all the comics. Make it into the game too, but I can't wait to see what they actually do with her after this point, because pretty much all her character has been since Spartan Ops is Halsey hater, and now that, you know, that might be over, that might have escalated. Either way, I am looking forward to seeing what that brings to Palmer. I really like how Thorn and Ray were mad at her for what she did in this issue, this story arc, or actually specifically issue 16 and a little bit of 15, but I really love how her Spartans actually got upset at her. I thought that was really good how Lasky came in and told her that. It was really cool. Thorn and Ray also got quite a bit of good character development. Absolutely love those two. Want a Ray action figure as well, because we have Thorn, Joel, and Palmer coming in action figure form. Come on, we need Ray. She is awesome now. She's one of the main casts. And her armor just looks awesome. She's got I think it's infiltrator armor with blue, like a really cool looking blue, kind of like a little bit lighter than Joel's armor, and then yellow stripes. But it's just so cool. I love her armor, and as a character, she is also really cool. She's gotten most of her development in other story arcs, but she was really amazing in this story arc. So issues 13 through 16, I would highly recommend picking these up. If you want to get the single issues, I would highly recommend doing it, because the single issues have you know, you can get them now instead of having to wait too. But if you do wait, it'll be like issue, what is it, 13 through 18 probably, so you'll get this in the Tanaka storyline. But you know, this is one of my favorite issues of the storyline so far, so I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5, because this is just amazing. It blew me away of how much I love this story arc of comics, and it's just really fun. So if anybody, you know, wants to discuss it in the comments, because I know that we can easily discuss it at Halo Waypoint in the forums or something. There's a Halo Escalation forum, and I love discussing it there too, but I think that can reach a broader audience discussing it here, get some more people's opinions if they've read it. Just absolutely love this. What did you guys think of the story, the art, the character development, all of that awesome stuff? And especially with the art, I am mostly referring to the covers, and specifically cover 14, because look at that baby, just, oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. But yeah, that is pretty much it for my review. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to subscribe for more action figure, comic book, video games, all that kind of fun stuff reviews. And until next time, Bulba7772 out.